What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Season 10, Episode 4 review. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as we speak, because we get it popping over here on the Colory Pink channel. It is all for fun, shits and giggles, and joning and jokes. If you are stick in the mud, don't like cursing, and don't like being quote unquote a dickhead, then this channel is just not for you. So keep it scrolling because we like to have fun. Anywho, so on tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop, we began exactly where we left off last week with Yandy and Infinity getting into it, having their conversations. Infinity gets up and storms off. Yandy follows her so they can continue their conversation because she refuses to give up on her because that is her child, that is her daughter, and she takes the role of being her mother seriously. So they argue back and forth and about, Mendices or whatever. Infinity says in her confessional that she just wants for her mom, Yandy, to give her a hug and say, I'm glad you learned from that because it hurts to see the mistakes I made or how people identify me. Well, how can she say that to you if you haven't really admitted that what you did was wrong? Like, huh, girl? Okay. So Yandy was like, seeing you turn your back on us and threaten our family's safety hurt. I would never purposely try to hurt you. And she begins to cry because I would be hurt too. Like I've, extended not only my heart and my soul and my time, my finances, my emotions, my family, my home to you. And then this is how you repay me by threatening my family, like, and then going to social media trying to pin me out to be like this user and like I just used you, this, that, and the third. Like that's not right. So Yandy in her confessional says, sometimes I feel like my relationship with her is contingent on how she dealt with her own mother. And I agree with that very much. It's obviously that Infinity has abandonment issues. She's just ready for somebody to like throw her away, and she needs to be in counseling for that. I don't think being her foster mom is going to help heal that. That young lady needs to be in therapy. So Infinity starts to cry. She tries to hide her face, and Yandy stoops down to, console her. And Infinity was like, I know I didn't listen before, but I'm going to listen now. I don't want to lose you. And she breaks down and stuff. And so in her confessional, Infinity says, I've struggled my whole life receiving tough love. Sometimes I take it as a personal attack, but that's how my mind plays tricks on me. So that was her way of admitting that she was wrong. She was wrong in this situation, and she has a hard time basically with authority. And I feel like what Yandy did with making her leave was the correct thing to do. She needed to experience that tough love that you just can't say and do what you want and think that there's no consequences for your behavior. So Yandy says to her, we have to make a decision that we have to have each other's back. I think you need to talk to Mendices. And Infinity agrees. So Rashida mama visits her at Prest. I think her mama named Shirley tells her that her sister Booby's birthday is that day, and we find out that Rashida and her sister Booby aren't that particularly close anymore. They used to be very close when they were younger. Booby is substantially older than Rashida, but they still had a relationship. But as Rashida got older, their relationship became strained because of the choices that Booby made in her life and her constantly depending on Rashida for financial help. So, Shirley says, I carried Booby for 40 years, meaning like I carried her, took care of her. And Rashida was like, am I the other 10 years? Because I've helped her get numerous cars, this, that, and the third. And I was like, both of y'all helped create this monster. Like she just didn't come out of nowhere by Shirley even admitting that she took care of her daughter for 40 years. And now Rashida's admitting that over the last 10, she stepped in to take care of her. Y'all enabled her behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all taking care of a fucking middle-aged woman? Like, no, ma'am. Sometimes you have to let a person fall and get hit rock bottom for them to fucking get it and for them to understand. So, Rashida says that she wishes they had a close relationship like other sisters because when she sees other sisters together, it really makes her feel some type of way. So Shirley blames Rashida for being an enabler. And I was like, you just can't blame Rashida. You even just said yourself that you coddled and took care of your daughter for 40 years. You're to blame too, ma'am. So Shirley in her confessional says, I've had to fire Booby several times, once even for stealing. So it's obvious, that this girl has issues. I wonder, was she on drugs at some point? I don't know. But you steal from me, baby. It's gonna be hard for you to come back after that. Like, So Erica goes to see Dr. Jackie, aka Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, and they got Jackie on her line for them about this stupid ass, fake ass storyline about Erica not knowing she was pregnant till she was 6 months. And I'm like, see, I told y'all you can't trust Jackie. I told y'all I don't like Jackie. You cannot trust no bitch that's made out of oak. No. So Erica tells her that Safari says he's having postpartum from the first pregnancy, and Groot tells her that this can happen. And then she was like, "You want to know what you're having?" And they cut it right there. So then we see Big Baby Tate, or whatever the little girl name is, in rehearsal, and she's saying, even though she's trying to, stay focused, that her mind keeps drifting back to Guap, little lame ass. I'm gonna not even call him Guap because ain't nothing about him Guap. I'm gonna start calling that little nigga Smart Guy because he literally looks like the little boy from Smart Guy. Like, he is just so whack and so lame and so nerdy. So while she's in rehearsal, Smart Guy calls her. And her dumb ass stops what she's doing and answers. And I was like, see, you gonna get exactly what your ass deserves, because ain't no way in hell I would stop what I'm doing to answer my phone for this little disrespectful ass little dude. But she young, she don't know no better. So he tells her that she was gaslighting him by painting him in a negative light when they hung out the other night, and then he hang up on her. And I was like, see, that's what you get. You gotta learn the hard way. I was like, cause ain't no way in hell a nigga that wear glasses gonna try to play me and hang up on me. Boy, I will find you and break your glasses. So she's now really thrown off, and it isn't until her manager, DJ, whoever this nigga is, tells her that her video hit 1 million that, she starts to pick up and, gain some positivity. And I was like, that was God's way of trying to tell you, this is what I got in store for you, but your mind's so focused on this nigga. We got other things to accomplish. This little nigga don't mean you no good. Look at what I got in store for you if you focus on the right things. So, and that could be a lesson to a lot of y'all that's watching this video. Um, so Rashida goes to her second location for press. I really liked her outfit. Didn't really care for the wig color, but I liked her outfit in this scene. So like I said, she's opening up her second press location so they can get some of these funds that they've lost back. Um, and she tells Kirk about them having a birthday party for Booby that night at their bistro. And Kirk was like, I'm sure I'm going to be paying for it. I'm sure it's not going to be not 1 cent donated. And y'all better than me, because if I'm going through financial straits, and I understand this is my sister or whatever, but we over here struggling. Y'all not about to just to throw no party on us where we have to use our goods and services, and y'all not gonna help. Like, nah, you better have it at your house, Shirley. You better make some tuna casserole for Booby ass and call it a motherfucking night. Y'all got us fucked up. So Rashida says that she wants to try, like I said, once again, to work on her relationship with her sister and for them to get back on track. Yandy and Infinity go talk to Mandices at the car wash. Yandy tells him what happened between her and Infinity, and Mandy hit it. He ain't waste no time. He was like, family issues don't go to social media. It's supposed to stay within the household. It's hard to see y'all together and be happy, because next time you feel some type of way or she feels some type of way, are you gonna go to social media again or be like, I'm writing a book? How can I ever trust you again? And those are great questions to ask, because how can I trust you? Like, you violated in one of the worst ways that a person can possibly violate. And I understand you're a teenager and teenagers do erratic things, but you knew in that case that was going too far. Like, you, that was towing that line. So Infinity was like, when everybody's there except for me on a holiday, can you understand how I felt left out? But I'm like, young lady, you the one that decided not to come. So how you mad because we took a fucking photo and you the one decided not to come? So since you decided not to come, we just not supposed to act like we a family because you're not here. Like I said, that little girl got abandonment issues. She needs to be in therapy. So Mandisi's was like, for 4 years I watched Yandy post the kids and stuff and I felt left out. So I get it, but like what she was not supposed to take pictures. He was like, I'm willing to take steps towards the right direction. But the first thing we gonna have to work on is respect. And it ain't even just about respect. It's about being obedient when I tell you not to do something. Like when they told her not to date this older person, whether female or male, it don't even fucking matter. It's we told you not to do something and you did it anyway. So it's respect, it's a loyalty. You need to work on trust and you need to work on being obedient. So Yandy asks, can she take Infinity back to the house to see the kids because she's sure that they miss her. Mandy's was like, yeah, that's cool or whatever, but you can tell that he's still side-eyeing this little girl, which he should, and he's being very cautious. And then they end up taking a family photo together. I'm like, if that's all you wanted, little girl, all you had to do is ask, can we take a picture together? All of this over a picture. Girl, bye. So little baby Tate meets with smart guy at a snow cone place and he walk in and she was like, hi. And he like he barely wanted to speak. Girl, how you letting this little lame ass little boy play you? Like he looked like he build Legos for fun. Boy, bye. So they head out and smart guy was like, what happened was absolutely not cool. I don't know what started anything. All I know is you was frantic and I pulled you to the side and you gave me nothing but disrespect. And I'm like, you put y'all business out there about y'all having sex and you was just doing too much. But he then tried to make it seem like she was the problem and she was doing too much. I feel like they both have valid points. I feel like she felt like he was putting on airs. And then from his perspective, uh Tate was doing too much because we not boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, we kicking and everything, but you're expecting boyfriend things out of me, and we're not that. So her expectations was too high for what they where they were in they little friendship. So she says that she don't remember anything because she was drinking and she was a lightweight and she's young and impressionable, so his gaslighting her made her feel like she was the one that was wrong and like she fucked up and like she's losing out on something. Like, boy, oh, he is a manipulative little ugly ass little boy with them fucked up teeth. So Tate was like, I don't want that to fuck up what we have going on. And he was like, I like you, Tato. I really do. I like being around you. I like talking to you. I like fucking you. Once again, putting it out there. And this time she giggling like a little fool. And he was like, I like making music with you, but I think we need to keep it at that. And her face drops. And I was like, girl, girl, you shouldn't even have this little nigga on this show. You done put this nigga out there, gave him his little 5 minutes of fame, and now you sitting up here with egg on your face. With a little nigga with a chipped tooth and some fake ass glasses, girl. So now she feel like once again it's her fault because she went off on him about him doing the most, and he was like, peace and walk off on her ass. And I was like, girl, girl, you ain't lost on nothing because listen to what this boy said to you. You got to listen to what people say to you. He said he like you. He likes being around you. He likes talking to you and he likes fucking you and make music with you. Those things does not equal somebody being a mate for you. He is your friend. Those are all things that friends do outside of the fucking part. Like nothing about that was I like your spirit, I like your smile, I like the way you make me feel, I like, your presence. He just said he like you, he like being around you, he like talking to you. He like fucking you and making music with you. Hell, half of those things you can get from a pet. Girl, bye. So Yandy and Mandy at home with the kids. And Yandy tell them that, they got a surprise guest coming over that night. Infinity arrives and they run to her because they miss her. You can tell they really do have a close bond with her. Omari, Yandy and Mandy's son asks how long is she gonna be there. And Infinity was like, how long you want me to stay? She was like, what's up? What y'all want? And so Mandy looking like, and then Yandy in her confession was like, nah, sis, you moving too fast. Like we was just on the block arguing. Nah. So Yandy and Mandy tell the kids to go upstairs so they can talk to Infinity. So Mandisa was like, how long you plan on staying? And she was like, until I'm told to leave. So they didn't tell her to go on so they could talk privately. And Mandy and Yandy was like, Mandisi says to Yandy, this is a lot. She has to get her emotions intact first before we talk about her moving back in. We're a long way from that. And I agree. After the trust has been broken on such a level, you're not just about to come back like everything is good. Like, no, you need to prove to us that, A, we can trust you. And at this point, with what she did, you got to sign an NDA. You got to sign an NDA, little girl, because I could never trust you now. And like now you've added that stipulation to our relationship because I still am a public figure and my husband is a convicted, felon. Like, who knows what you could say, moving forward, that he tried to touch you or he did something inappropriate to you. Like, you just don't know what people like her that is very erratic and sporadic with the things that they say and do, but then want to come back and was like, I'm sorry. Nah, bro. Like, at this point, you can stay the weekend. You go back to school. You can come on vacations. But as far as you living her, nah, you gotta prove to us, homegirl. So it's the boobies dinner that night. And right off the rip, they start arguing over Shirley not coming to Booby's 50th party. Booby says to Rashida, like, I feel like you're closer to your friends than me. And Rashida was like, I invite you to everything and you either come or you don't. And if you do come, you just sitting over to the corner, not really saying too much with a stank face on. Booby starts to cry and Shirley like, there you go with that bullshit. The mama act like she can't stand her ass. So Boo was like, I just want you to pick up the phone and call me sometimes. And then Rashida was like, she agrees to work at their relationship and they hug. But I feel like, no, there's a conversation that needs to be had because you're not keeping it all the way real and 100 with your sister. You need to let her know that I don't appreciate you making me feel like I'm a ATM machine. Like, at this point, if we want to move on with our relationship and have a better bond, I have to cut you off financially because I'm starting to feel some type of way. And I'm harboring resentment for that. And if we really want to start fresh and clean without any type of resentment, I have to cut you off financially. I have to. And anyway, y'all need to be cutting her financially because she's a 50-something-year-old woman. Like, enough is enough is enough. And at the end of the day, just because I got money don't mean that you got money. I work hard for what I got. And yeah, we're family. You're supposed to help family, but there's only but so much that you should and could do. So Erica talks to Safari in the studio about her pregnancy. Maji, their daughter, is there with them, who's so cute. I love me some Maji. So as they're having a conversation, meanwhile, Maji over here by the wall playing with cords and shit. I had to screenshot it just so y'all can see it. So the baby over here playing with the charger on the wall. They sitting up here having a whole conversation, ain't even paying attention to the little girl. And meanwhile, Erica want to act like Safari just so incompetent, but both of y'all niggas are fucking incompetent. Y'all ain't paying attention to the fact that this little girl sitting behind you playing with fucking cords and shit. Ain't nobody on the set telling y'all asses because they trying to catch this shit on television if the little girl shock herself. So, she then tells him that they having a boy. And when she tells this man that they having a boy and that little baby fell backwards because she was over there playing with a guitar, once again, ain't neither one of them watching her because they too busy trying to have this fake ass moment for television. She over here playing with this big ass guitar. The motherfucker fall on her ass and she fall backwards. The shit was funny. I'm sorry, this shit was funny as hell. Especially so far as reaction. Because he was like, because first of all, when kids fall, you're not supposed to react because that's what really make them start crying or whatever. Erica get mad because he don't rush to pick her up because he was like shocked that this shit happened and she calling him a dummy. He was like, I mean, it was funny. She need to learn pain. And to be honest with you, I agree with Safari. Like, yeah, she fell, but she ain't dead. She ain't bust her head. Like, calm the fuck down. And I'm like, once again, neither one of y'all was paying attention to her when she was playing with a fucking cord or when she was playing with the guitar in the first place. So, like, stop it with this stupid ass storyline. So, Safari also was dropping a song tonight at 9 o'clock called Liar and talking about something he gonna air out the truth. Girl, another publicity stunt, but okay. Y'all listen to it, let me know what the nigga said. So that's my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Overall, I give tonight's episode A C minus. It was, and I would rather them give us the old format with just ratchetry. I would rather that. I miss the ratchet. I would rather have ratchet fake than this soap opera fake any day. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next review. Bye.